Good morning. So today, not only did the lighting is really crappy, so I'm sorry. All last week I managed to be up and active by 6 a.m., which is huge for me. I've made a goal in the past to get up before the rest of the house gets up on a regular basis. One, because I have a really poor morning person attitude. If I'm not up for at least a little bit before I have to start interacting with people, especially my kids, unfortunately, I just get really short-tempered. And I used to be a morning person. I'm not. I've said that in several videos in the past. And waking up before 6 a.m. has been amazing. It has definitely improved my productivity. I have gotten a lot more done in small tasks and big ways throughout the week last week. And long story short, I managed to keep that going into this week. I was awake and active before, I was actually awake and active around 5:30 this morning. And I noticed it is exponentially already easier to get up early and to have the motivation not to just roll back over and go back to sleep. It is actually 8:56 right now. So not only was I up, but I've taken a shower, I've gotten a lot of stuff done before 9 a.m., which is, I have an alarm on my watch that reminds me that if I haven't started to be active by 9 a.m. that I need to get on it. My reasoning behind this, I was explaining this to my mother-in-law last night. I know it's kind of a weird thing, but it's what has been the easiest motivator for myself. I am a workaholic. I am a stay-at-home mom now, but I've always been a workaholic, and I'm still a workaholic. And even though I'm a stay-at-home mom, I still try to do things that make an impact, and when I do those things, that workaholic in me is still there. But my fiance is also a workaholic, and he has probably the best work ethic of anybody I've ever known. And I think that's one of the big things that connected him and I, that we both have the same work ethic, in the sense that, you got to put in the work. And putting in the work is something that the both of us kind of do naturally. But anyway, so his work week is Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. So after we get all the kids up and off to school and everything else, and he leaves for work, I have my alarm set for 9 a.m., not just so that I start getting things done by a productive time in the morning, but also in my head I'm like, okay, it's 9 a.m. He just clocked in, so I have to clock in. Especially as a stay-at-home mom, I feel like he's at work working his ass off, so I'm at home and I need to be complimenting the fact that he is working his ass off. So starting at 9 a.m., I go hard. I really try to push myself to do big things, especially in the morning, because in my head I'm like, I am not comfortable just lazying around the house and doing things willy-nilly on random when I know that he's busting his ass at work. It bothers me. It bothers me to be lazy at home when I know he would rather be here with me chilling on the couch, but he's at work because that's the type of person that he is. So if he's at work busting his ass, I've got to compliment that by being productive here at home. And that's always really been there. That was never a goal that I had to set and then achieve. It was just the way that I've always felt. And in that, he gets up and goes to the gym at 4:30 in the morning. So my addition to being up and starting to do work before, or at 9 o'clock when he clocks in, I clock in, he's up at 4:30 Monday through Friday going to the gym too. And even though that's a personal thing, he's still busting his ass at the gym to get his goals accomplished. So the real motivator that got me, that's my 9 a.m. alarm actually, the real goal that got me feeling really good about waking up by 6 is that I didn't get up at 4:30 when he left for the gym. But when I have the ability to get up and start being productive, it's a motivator for me to get out of bed and start doing something, because I know that even though he's not at work or clocked in, that he's pushing himself for his goals. So I get up earlier than the kids in the morning and I push myself for my goals. It's just the way that I feel like is best to complement his love and support, is to practice what he practices. Like, I love him in the way that he sacrifices, in the way that he loves, in the way that he works, in the way that he cares, in the way that he reaches for his goals. I really, 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 really admire that about him. And it's a part of his personality that I just feel really joyous to emulate as best I can. And it's a work in progress, because, I mean, he is a badass. Like, and he'll laugh if he watches this. He'll laugh at me saying that he's a badass, but he is. He's a badass, and he raises the bar for himself so consistently, and he always meets his goals and his motivators, and it's incredibly motivating to have someone in my life that is so dedicated like he is. It just radiates. It makes me want to. It just makes me want to be better, because I see how being better for him makes him happy. And it makes me happy too. So 2190, it takes 21 days to make a habit, 90 to make a lifestyle. And I got to thinking about that really hard, because that leaves one more 90-day period between now and 2020. So I've set the goal for myself many, many times and failed many, many times of getting up early. I tried to motivate myself to get up by 5 every day, and that was just really difficult. And then I got to the point where if I wasn't up by 5 and I looked at my watch, I was like, well, then what the fuck's the point in getting up now? I've already failed my goal. And that was a really shitty way to look at it. So I was like, I want to start getting a workout routine too. And we have like a home gym in the basement. He's just like, he can lift more and do more and needs more than the equipment that we have in the basement. So he goes to the gym in the morning because it's just more fit for him, whereas the basement gym that he also does work out in sometimes is a lot more fit for me. Like, I have everything that I need for quite some time in my own basement. So I thought, okay, if waking up early isn't working out for me in general, I'll say I'm waking up early because I'm going to work out. And I did that for a little bit once or twice, but I fell off. And so I kept making this goal for myself, and I kept failing it. And so I got to the point where I was like, I seriously have to evaluate what about this isn't working the way that I'm doing it. So instead of saying I'm going to be up at 5, instead of saying I'm going to get up and I'm going to work out, all of those things, I said my 2190 goal before 2019 or before 2020 is that I'm just going to get up early. And that's it. I simplified it all the way down. I'm going to get up early. If that means an hour earlier than I have to get the kids up, that's great. 2 hours earlier than I have to get the kids up, that's great. I have to get my first kid up at 7:30. So an hour before getting her up is 6:30. 2 hours before getting her up is 5:30. So I set to be awake earlier than when I have to get my kids up. And I started, when I just said it like that, like I didn't say I'm going to get up and do, or I'm going to get up because, or I'm going to get up and, I just simplified it all the way down. I was like, I'm going to get up early. And I've